We are David and Becky Getz. We've been married 8 years, and we have 3 boys, Micah, Josiah, and Zachary. Say goodnight. See you in the morning.
Love you.
Love you. Be good.
Be careful. So we have 2 kids, Mike and Josiah. They were healthy pregnancies. Nothing went wrong. Then we found out we were pregnant with Zachary, and that was a totally different story. He had some very significant birth defects.
Right away, the first thing the doctor said was, you have an option right now to abort the baby. And we said, just take it off the table. We're not even going to consider that. That's not something that we believe in at all. So we knew for whatever reason God had a plan. We knew before he was born that he would have multiple operations performed at Phoenix Children's to correct some of the issues that were found pre-birth. He had a major heart issue. Basically, he has 2 chambers, or the 4 chambers are working. The other 2 chambers are useless. He is missing his radius in his left arm. He is missing both of his thumbs. His stomach doesn't connect to his small intestines.
Bacterial syndrome was the overlying diagnosis for Zachary. I got to hold him for just a minute right when he was born, and then after that, he had 3 different surgeries, and I wasn't able to hold him for a month. Standing there watching him just try to breathe to stay alive it's heartbreaking. You feel helpless. Zachary's first year of life, he spent roughly 200 days in the hospital. He had countless procedures and 10 major surgeries.
Those surgeries included the 3 to fix his GI tract, his stomach. He had several on his heart. He had 1 on his airway to double the width. He had several chest tubes that needed to be placed to drain the fluid that was building up in his chest cavity.
First time I got to hold Zachary after his GI surgeries was incredible. There's no words for what I felt in picking him up and holding him and being able to kiss his head and have him in my arms for the first time is just amazing. There were many times he had surgery that we couldn't hold him for weeks and weeks, and we had many appointments with the doctors to discuss his treatment, and there was one specific meeting. He was actually pretty stable, and they actually brought up the word home, which
As in going home.
was never in our vocabulary. No one ever dreamed in a million years that he would be coming home. We had actually taken down his nursery because it was too hard to look at. I couldn't just rock my baby to sleep at night or give him a kiss.
But when he came home, that was awesome.
was really rewarding to see Zachary home and healthy and laughing, and it is amazing that God has blessed us with having him home
He is such a happy baby too.
for everything he's been through.
One thing that's really cool about having Zach home is his brothers love to play with him. They interact with him, they bring him toys,
And he
they
giggles.
They giggle and squeal.
To
It
hear
is-
Zachary giggle is the most amazing thing in the world. You know, there was hope that, you know, we trusted in God and whatever was supposed to happen with Zachary's life would happen, whether it was just touching the nurse that was helping deliver him, from the doctors to whoever we came in contact with. You know, we knew that it was for his glory.
With a story like Zachary's, it was easy for me to see what God did for us with Christ dying on the cross. I couldn't fathom what God had to do that. I couldn't imagine that pain. But I have just a better understanding of what that means now. We understand that there's a long road ahead of us for Zachary and for us. We have learned that hope is alive. We cling to God's word and the hope that it will get better for Zachary. Hope allows us to take the pain that we are given and be able to use it for God's glory. It's amazing to see what happens when you let God work in your life.